Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Every idea you entertain, every spark of curiosity you follow, shapes who you are becoming. Welcome to the insight and theory, in a world that is constantly demanding our attention. True intelligence is not just about raw data. It is not about how fast you can calculate a number. It is about the quality of your mind, the resilience of your spirit, and the depth of your wisdom. Today, we are going to explore 10 powerful techniques drawn from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. These techniques are designed not just to make you smarter in the academic sense, but to expand your consciousness and help you navigate the complexities of life with grace and profound understanding. These are not quick hacks, they are disciplines. They have been practiced by emperors, slaves, and thinkers for centuries. And today, they are yours. Before we begin this journey into the mind, I invite you to join our community of thinkers. If you seek wisdom and a deeper understanding of reality, make sure to subscribe to the Insight and Theory and click the notification bell. Do not miss the opportunity to elevate your thinking. Now, let us begin with the first technique. The first technique is to embrace change, not as an enemy, but as a teacher. The Stoics viewed change as a natural, inevitable, and beneficial part of existence. Think back to the moments in your life where you grew the most. Were they moments of stagnation? No, they were likely moments of upheaval. Perhaps you moved to a new city, started a difficult job, or faced a personal loss. Growth is the child of change. It pushes us out of our comfort zones and demands that we adapt. This adaptability, the ability to thrive in new, uncertain environments, is the very essence of intelligence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." This is a radical shift in perspective. Instead of viewing change as a loss of the old, view it as an opening for the new. A flexible mind is an intelligent mind when you approach the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. You turn every disruption into a lesson, whether it's a new technology at work or a sudden change in your personal life. Do not panic. Breathe. Embrace it. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Moving to the second technique. Embrace discomfort. Human nature drives us toward comfort. We seek the softest bed, the easiest path, the warmest room. There is nothing inherently wrong with comfort, but it is not where wisdom is forged. If you want to sharpen your intellect, you must step into the wild lands of discomfort. Stoicism teaches us that voluntary discomfort is a tool for training the soul. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, would periodically live as a pauper, eating scant meals and wearing rough clothes, just to prove to himself that he could survive, that he did not need luxury to be content. Why would you do this? Because comfort breeds complacency. Discomfort breeds resilience. When you are tired and want to quit, but you keep going. When you want to avoid a difficult conversation, but you speak up anyway. You are stretching the capabilities of your mind. You are building mental callousness. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is not a barrier, it is the path itself. By leaning into discomfort, you are not punishing yourself. You are preparing yourself. You are building a version of yourself that is harder to break and faster to learn. The third technique is deliberate detachment. We live in an age of hyper-connection. We are obsessed with engagement, with our work, our phones, our social circles. But the Stoics understood the immense power of stepping back. Imagine a painter working on a canvas for hours. Eventually, they lose sight of the true image. The only way to see it clearly again is to step back, to detach. Marcus Aurelius noted that people constantly seek retreats in the country, by the sea, or in the mountains. But he argued that the finest retreat is within your own soul. He said, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful and more free of interruptions than your own soul." This is not about abandoning your responsibilities. It is about carving out moments of intentional disconnection. In the era of artificial intelligence and constant noise, the ability to unplug is a superpower. Take a walk without your phone. Sit in a room and do nothing for 10 minutes. Detach from the external demands to reconnect with your internal wisdom. This space allows your mind to process, to organize, and to heal. It is in this detachment that clarity returns. Technique number 4. Pursue lifelong learning. The end of formal education is not the end of learning. For a Stoic, the classroom is the world itself. The Stoics were polymaths. They studied physics, ethics, logic, and nature. They remained humble students until their dying breath. Socrates, the grandfather of Stoic thought, famously said, "I know that I know nothing." This humility is the foundation of true intelligence. The moment you think you know enough is the moment your mind begins to atrophy. Lifelong learning does not mean you must enroll in a university. It means cultivating a habit of deep curiosity. Read books that challenge your worldview. Listen to people you disagree with. Learn a new skill simply for the joy of expanding your neural pathways. Epictetus said, "Only the educated are free." He wasn't talking about a diploma. He was talking about the freedom that comes from understanding how the world works. When you commit to lifelong learning, you arm yourself with the tools to navigate life's complexities with grace. Every day is a class. Every interaction is a lesson. Never stop being a student. The fifth technique might surprise you. Cultivate gratitude. We often think of gratitude as a fleeting emotion, a polite thank you when someone holds the door. But for the Stoics, gratitude was a rigorous intellectual practice. It is a lens through which we view reality. Gratitude forces us to recognize the value in the present moment. It shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is present. When we are grateful, we are more observant, more grounded, and more open to the lessons of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is not just poetic, it is practical. A mind consumed by complaint and lack is a narrow mind. A mind filled with gratitude is an expansive mind. It sees opportunities where others see burdens. It sees beauty where others see drudgery. In your journey to increase your intelligence, do not overlook the power of appreciating what is right in front of you. It clears the fog of negativity and allows true wisdom to shine through. Number 6. Practice mindful observation. Have you ever stopped to truly watch a leaf trembling in the wind, or the way light reflects off a building at sunset. These moments seem trivial, but they contain a secret the Stoics knew well. Mindful observation is the art of seeing reality as it is, not as we project it to be. It is about noticing details, patterns, and connections. The Stoics believed that nature was the greatest teacher. By observing the natural world, we learn about cycles, about cause and effect, about resilience. Seneca said, "Time discovers truth. When we slow down enough to observe, we allow the truth of a situation to reveal itself. In our modern rush, we scan, we skim, we glance. We rarely look. Train your eyes to see. Train your ears to hear the layers of sound in a room. This practice sharpens your sensory intelligence and grounds you in the present reality. A sharp observer is rarely fooled and always learning. The seventh technique is active listening. We often confuse intelligence with talking. The person who speaks the most, or the loudest, is often assumed to be the smartest. The Stoics knew better. Epictetus gave us a timeless reminder. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Active listening is a rare skill. It requires you to empty your mind of your own next response and truly absorb what the other person is conveying. It is not just hearing words. It is understanding intent, emotion, and perspective. When you talk, you are merely repeating what you already know. But when you listen, you may learn something new. Next time you are in a conversation, challenge yourself. Do not plan your reply while the other person is speaking. Be fully present. Ask questions. Seek to understand before you seek to be understood. You will be amazed at how much wisdom you can gather simply by letting others teach you. Technique number 8. Seek silence amidst the noise. Our environment is a cacophony of notifications, traffic, and chatter. But true intelligence requires space to breathe. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. The Stoics practiced the art of finding inner silence, even in a crowded marketplace. It is the ability to retreat into the fortress of your own mind and find calm. Seneca observed, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Much of our anxiety comes from the noise of the world amplifying our internal fears. Silence allows us to distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. Make time for silence. It could be 5 minutes in the morning, or a quiet walk at night. In these moments of stillness, your brain consolidates what it has learned. It connects the dots. Genius is often found not in the noise of collaboration, but in the silence of contemplation. The 9th technique is to value diverse interactions. Stoicism is often mistaken for a solitary philosophy, but the Stoics were deeply social. They understood that every person holds a piece of the puzzle. Seneca advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. But improvement doesn't only come from experts or mentors. It comes from the diversity of human experience. A conversation with a stranger, a child, or someone from a completely different culture can shatter your assumptions and expand your worldview. Intelligence is stagnant if it exists in an echo chamber. To grow, your ideas must be challenged. You must encounter perspectives that make you uncomfortable. Seek out conversations with people outside your usual circle. Listen to their stories. Understanding the vast spectrum of the human experience is a form of intelligence that no book can teach you. And finally, The 10th technique, cultivate curiosity over judgment. We live in a judgmental age. With a swipe of a finger, we decide what is good or bad, who is right or wrong. We rush to categorize. The Stoic approach is different. Instead of judging, get curious. When you encounter something you don't understand, or someone who frustrates you, pause. Do not let your first reaction be judgment. Let it be a question. Ask, why is this happening? What leads this person to act this way? What can I learn here? Curiosity opens the mind. Judgment closes it. As Epictetus said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. If you have already judged a situation, you have decided you know everything about it. You have stopped learning. But if you remain curious, you remain a student of life. Replace "I hate this" with "this is interesting." Replace "he is wrong" with "I wonder why he thinks that." This subtle shift is the hallmark of a superior intellect. These were the 10 powerful Stoic techniques to increase your intelligence. 1. Embrace change as a teacher. 2. Embrace discomfort. 3. Practice deliberate detachment. 4. Pursue lifelong learning. 5. Cultivate gratitude. 6. Practice mindful observation. 7. Active listening. 8. Seek silence. 9. Value diverse interactions. 10. Cultivate curiosity over judgment. These principles are not just ancient history, they are a blueprint for a modern, intelligent, and resilient life. They are simple to understand, but they require discipline to practice. I hope you found value in this session. If you did, I ask you to share this knowledge. Send this to a friend who is on a path of self-improvement. And remember, subscribe to the Insight and Theory. We are building a library of wisdom here, and we want you to be a part of it. Leave a comment below and tell me, which of these 10 techniques will you practice today? Thank you for watching. Be wise, stay strong,